Wonderful day today at Clean Kratom Wellness Center, Portland, Oregon. Portland, Oregon. Clean Kratom Wellness Center. Also, our second location in beautiful Denver, Colorado. All the good folks in Denver, Colorado, go by the Clean Kratom Wellness Center there for all your holistic herb requirements. And we have Max, the super security dog. Say hello, Max. Come on, buddy. Show him that energy. That's right. Max is our super security dog, always on duty, always prepared, ready to greet the customers as they come in. And the title of this is Kratom Real? Is Kratom Real? I attempted to do a live broadcast, and I'm working on that due to technical difficulties. I'm working on that, but hey, it's a work in progress, right? I'm getting the information out to you. This is all our fine Kratom products are lab tested Kratom products. We've got the gold, we've got the red mane, we got greenhorn, wild hulu, super green Indo, white mane royal green, red Borneo, red Bangar, pure red leaf, and pure white leaf. As you can see, we've got a very good selection here. All different sizes and quantities. Our menus, we actually give you the potency, folks. In other words, this is a dispensary, and good news, a licensed dispensary. Here's our license, the first licensed Kratom facility in the U.S. Here we are, licensed by the state of Oregon. Come by and see us here at Clean Kratom Wellness Center is at 3029. That's 3029. And it's on the Southeast Division Street. Southeast Division Street. We also carry mushrooms, red reishi, turkey tail, shiitake, miyake, liberty caps, blue oyster, golden teacher, lion's mane. You can make some excellent lobster bisque. I love lobster bisque. Tastes just like lobster, but it's made all vegan, made with mushrooms. In fact, here they are right here. All the different types of mushrooms that we carry. We have the powder. There's the reishi right there. Shiitake, lion's mane. Coming real soon. In fact, I'm going to put a link. We do have it on the internet for the CBD. We're going to have it here in the locations very, very soon for all your CBD requirements. Now, the difference with our CBD, folks, is that the CBD is lab tested. You know what you're buying. We have the types that will basically not have THC in it for those that are like first responders or teachers or maybe CDL drivers. We'll have the CBD that does not have THC, so you'll be able to pass drug tests. And we'll have the other type of CBD. We have CBD gummies. We have the chewables for pets. Now, something nice about the pets, the CBD for pets, some folks give good reports that, for example, one customer, her dog was having seizures. She gave it CBD, and instead of having to put it down at the vet, she was able to basically have a few more years with it. So she's very happy about that. And we've also got Kratom tea. We've got some good selections of Kratom tea, some mantra chai. We've got the U-Bud Sage, John Kong Evenings, Bali Berry, and the Java Hibiscus. Very, very good. And I'm going to go out here, watch the fort, watch the store. Thank you, Max. Max, our high security Husky. This is the location. As you can see, it's at 3029 Southeast Division Street here in Portland, Oregon. Of course, you must be over 21 to enter. It's a beautiful day here today. Check it out. Very nice. Very nice. This is our sign right here. Clean Kratom and Mushroom Boutique. Very, very nice. Very nice. Very good location. Of course, Max on point, as always. And the question that we have today is Kratom real? That's a very good question. Very good question. It's real that a lot of folks, excuse me, Max. It's real that a lot of folks have been helped by Kratom. You'll hear all different types of information. All different types of information. Well, the fact is, you as a person should have a choice. The choice for your family. You know that we have this epidemic that's gone over this nation, over a wave like a tsunami, that's destroyed, would easily say, hundreds of thousands of lives and families, called opiates. Opiates. A lot of folks, from attorneys, doctors, lawyers, police officers, accountants, teachers, this epidemic affects everyone. Everyone that's out there that's put it in their mouth, and they was doing what they thought was right because the doctor said, hey, take this. They had an accident. They was in a car wreck. They was in a snowboard accident. They was on a motorcycle wreck. Hey, something simple. Let me ask you a question. Okay, we're not going to judge people here. Okay, let's talk about something. Let's get real for just a second here. No judgmental attitudes here. Everybody breathes, just like takes a breath the same way. When you come into the world, you took a breath the first time the same way. Let's not be judgmental here for a minute. How many of you, me included, how many of us has ever gone to a dentist in our life? Let's see. Let me remember the first time. I think it was when I was a child. Did I tell my parents, hey, Mom, hey, Dad, I'm not going to the dentist because they may give me some medication? No, we didn't. We did whatever Mom and Dad asked us to do. We were being nice, good children, a good son, a good daughter. Go into the dental office. How many folks has had a root canal, something as simple as a root canal? The doctors mean well, the dentists mean well. They're not trying to hurt us. They're not trying to hurt anybody. They're only doing what they were taught in dental school. Dental school. They give the medication for pain. It just so happens some of those medications are poppy-based, and they're called opiates. A person gets on the opiates, they don't know what it's about. They just start taking it. And then what happens is it continues, and then the next thing, a lot of folks, they didn't intend it, but they're addicted. They usually do not tell anyone. They're not going to tell their family. They're not going to tell their loved ones. They're not going to tell their friends, and sure not going to tell their employers. What do? Now they're in a dilemma. They're not happy being addicted. It's not like they woke up one morning and said, hey, you know what? Let's go get some opiates and be addicted today and ruin the entire life and ruin our family's life. That's ludicrous. It happened. They're not a bad person. If you have a family member, if you have a friend, if you have a coworker, they went to the doctor, they had an accident, they got a root canal, whatever happened, that does not make them a bad person. Let's throw judgment out the window. Let's focus on what we can do to help them, show some love. We show some love and we help them the best way we can, the easiest way. And I know there's people talking out there about, oh, Suboxone and methadone. Let's look at the numbers. Let's look at the statistics out there for the minute. Look at how many families have been wiped out because of unexpected medical costs in this country, had to file bankruptcy. How many folks are unemployed and now lost their jobs because of the economy and they have no insurance? How are they going to afford? They can't even afford. They're trying to put food on the table and a roof over their family's head. What are they going to do? Should they be out here and be addicted or have a loved one addicted that they can't help? When there's a simple product out here that's a leaf that grows on trees, it's a cousin of the coffee. Let me ask a question here. Let's be real simple with this. How many of us has had coffee in our lifetime? Maybe 1 cup? Not even 2 cups. How many? Everybody raise your hand. Everybody raise your hand has had 1 cup of coffee in your lifetime. 1 cup of coffee, raise your hand. Yeah, we've all had it. There's a small corporation I think will validate my statement, our statement that you and I are agreeing on here. A small corporation that will validate that we've had probably more than 1 cup of coffee. It's called Starbucks. Yeah, Starbucks. Almost what? Every corner? Yeah, we've all been there. We love it. We love it. It's good. It's good. It's coffee. Well, Kratom is not poppy-based. Opiates are poppy-based, a totally different plant. Now, something you hear out here in some of the, shall we say, media that's out here making money off of what they release to the public, they're trying to play on words to you. But you're smarter than that. They're saying, oh, Kratom is it's like opiates. It's like opiates. Kratom is like opiates. That's what they say. You're going to hear that. So listen next time. Tune your ear up and listen to the words. And you know what it's called, ladies and gentlemen? It's called Sibyllic construction. Sibyllic construction. In other words, you remember from school? Listen to the words that they're saying. Listen to the words that they're saying. Sibyllic construction. It's like opiates. Oh, really? Really? Oh, it's like opiates. Okay. Well, let me ask you a question. You know, I have 3 children. 3 children, okay? God bless America, right? We've got wonderful families. But my wife, she was either pregnant or she wasn't. She wasn't one and the other. She didn't go, hey, honey, guess what? Today, you know what the doctor said? He said that we might be pregnant. No, she didn't say that. And she sure didn't say, he said we was pregnant, and he said we wasn't pregnant. I would have said, sweetheart, go find another doctor. No, she come home, she said, guess what? We're pregnant. You see, either it's opiates or it's not. But it's not, Kratom is not like opiates. And what the facts will show is that it's not from the poppy plant. It's from the cousin, it's a leaf from the cousin of the coffee tree family. And we all know what coffee is. We've had coffee. We've tasted coffee. Now, Kratom, for a fraction of the cost of what pharmaceuticals that we talked about, that a lot of people out there, they can't afford, instead of being in misery and losing their family, they can have some tea or mix it with orange juice, a powder, a ground up leaf that God brought on the planet to help people and they can basically get off the opiates and get their family back, get their employment back, have their life back. Oh, yeah, media loves to show all these people slumped out on the streets. Oh, that's big buzz, isn't it? Oh, yeah, that's nice. Step on people when they're down. That's right. You know what they used to call that when I was in school? Excuse me, but bullies. Yeah, the same person that's putting these people down got a nice home to go to at night, food to eat, and warm shelter. How dare they put down people that had something happen to them? Now, maybe some of them, okay, all right, hey, numbers, right? Maybe some of them, if you gave them a helping hand, but most of these people, you cannot say this epidemic happened, all these hundreds of millions of people, that they did it on purpose, that they chose to step away from their loved ones, that they chose to step away from their husband, that they chose to step away from their wife, that they chose to step away from their children, that they chose to step away from their grandmother, that they chose to step away from their grandchildren, that they chose to step away from their grandfather. It's not like that, folks. That's not reality. That is not reality. Anybody tries to have you believe that these people chose to be on the street without somewhere to live, without food to eat, that's not reality, ladies and gentlemen. You're way more smarter than that. It's time to say, wake up. It's time for everybody to wake up. Okay, so let's do this. I just heard something the other day. We know what's going on. We know there's an epidemic here. We'll all agree that something has to be done here. We agree that something has to be done. Well, when there's hurricanes come in, when there's emergencies come in, people come together. People come together. People come together and help each other. And I'm going to go over that with you. So, for example, the hurricane comes in. And like a couple of years ago, the hurricane come to Houston, flooded Houston. Never been done before. Never been done. That's one of the first times I personally was at Houston that I saw downtown Houston at night, no lights. That is a feeling there. That's what a natural disaster will do. And we all come together at a natural disaster and help our family and friends. That's who we are. This opiate epidemic is a natural disaster. I think you'll agree. Okay, let's say that we've got grade school education here. Okay, we learn how to add 1 and 1 equals 2, right? Yeah, we know the ABC, so let's keep it simple. If we see hundreds of thousands and millions of people being wiped out, their lives destroyed, dying off of all these synthetic opiates and other opiates, I think that is a disaster. I think you'll agree. So what can happen is we can get together and talk to our politicians and say, please, let's call this what it is. Something has to be done. This keeps escalating. It keeps escalating. And we would like to do something about it. So let's get together, call it what it is. It's an emergency. And they can give emergency legislation to allow the Kratom. And thank you for a lot of states like Oregon, Colorado's working on it, Utah, Arizona, that's passing the Kratom Act. Thank God for those states. A lot of states are on the leading edge, and they're doing it. And all those congressmen that allow Kratom to be out here for helping people, thank God for them. Thank them very much. Vote for them, put them in office, keep them in office. Very good. And they can get together and pass legislations that they can give emergency legislation to get Kratom, to get these Kratom Acts passed in all the states. It's regulated just like ours is here, lab tested so all the people know what they're getting. That's the appropriate way. All these millions of people that are taking Kratom, they're ready for it to be on the leading edge. They're ready for it to be regulated. They're happy about that. They can afford it. They're ready for it. Save families. In other words, what I'm saying is we work together. Work together and find a solution. Find a solution. You'll see out here, for Kratom on the internet, we know about social media, all the pros and all the negative about it. But I'm saying let's find a solution. Let's find a solution. A solution. And the solution is, hey, let's change this up. Instead of saying, oh, we've got to test it, we've got to put it through all these tests, and that's going to be $2 billion. $2 billion. Let's find some emergency regulations that can be passed and say, okay, we're going to get this done. And in fact, this is on the forefront of what we're looking for. We're going to get this legislation passed because we're ready to help families. We're ready to help our constituents. We're ready to keep families together. We're ready to have people that can get back into an employment system because now they can pass a drug test. Now, I mean, come on, really. Pass something as simple as passing a drug test, and people, they can't even pass a drug test because of the opiates. How can they feed their family? So when we can help them, we can all come together as a family. We're all one big family. Come together and help them get their life back. And something as simple as a tea that they can mix and help them get their life back. And whatever's required, make it easy, make it simple. Make it simple. I got some information the other day. That's what I was talking about with the Houston when the storm hit, with the all the requirements from the Environmental Protection Agency just to get like a dump regulated and licensed that usually takes years. I know a young man that basically a company come in there and through emergency procedures, the license was issued like under a year. Under a year. Usually takes, 5 years. Under a year, and it was issued because why? A natural emergency. A natural emergency. And I'm going to speak more on this in the future. I'm going to speak more on this. And I think we can all come together and, work on getting Kratom, all the states allowing Kratom, and it will be regulated with the Kratom Act that each state passes, and people can live a happy life again. Just happiness. Going on picnics, taking care of their employment, taking their family out on Sundays, going fishing, going to the baseball games, everything that families love to do together. Thanksgiving dinner, Christmas dinner, everybody's happy. Everybody's having a good life. We can do it together. We can do it together with a positive attitude and love in our heart. We can do it. Have a beautiful day from Clean Kratom Wellness Center.